All right, hello. Testing. Testing. Hello. All right. Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome. Good morning. Hello. I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit. Good morning, everyone. Now, I was just wondering, YouTube, I think I have you guys live. If anybody's over on YouTube, could you say something so that way I can at least just make sure that you guys can hear me? Because, you know, today we got some big news. I'm going to be here for a bit today. Hi, Sib. Good morning. How are you, sweetie? Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna throw my clothing on here. You know what if chat? Okay, chat. I have an idea. Let me run with this just for a sec. Let me see if can this work. Oh, maybe it could. Can we make me a little bit bigger? No, I'm too stiff. All right. Anyway, it was a try. It was an attempt. There was an attempt. Anyway, hello everybody. Yeah, I think everything should be set up and good to go over on the YouTube. I just want to make sure everything's functioning to the best it can. But anyway, good morning, everybody. And to anyone who might have friends that might be interested in some news of what's coming over here or wants to talk about this, I'm here all day today. Let's talk about it. Let's see what special stuff we can make happen. I forgot to update the title. So anyway, there we go. We've updated everything. I should be in the right category now. There. So, with that in mind, first off, just want to check. I think I just. Hi, Applin. First things first. If you have not watched Cyberpunk Edgerunners, or if you have not completed Cyberpunk 2077 plus the Phantom Liberty DLC, this is your one and only warning right now. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We're going to also put a nice little timer in here to let you know that hey, there will be spoilers today because we are talking about Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit, what we know, what we've been finding, because there are now press releases out there, folks. It's everywhere. Also, if you want to get like all the latest updates on this so far, go check out Artal's Discord. And also check out their website. I got linked somewhere down here below the website. But also, if you're also a fan of Cyberpunk Red, like me, where I really enjoyed the time of the Red 2045, please go check it out. There's even a way to play it for free with Cyberpunk Red Easy Mode, which we will talk about why I'm recommending that before we get over here to Edgerunners Mission Kit. All right. So we're gonna go to streaming tools. We're going to no. I need to go to chatbot. I need to go to timers. All right. We're gonna call this spoiler warning. All right. So, spoiler warning. If you have not watched the Cyberpunk Edgerunners anime, or completed Cyberpunk 2077 plus Phantom Liberty. And do not want to be spoiled. This is your warning. And it'll go every 10 minutes. How about that? Ah! Kira! Welcome! Hello! Oh, thanks for subscribing too! God damn! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello! Alright. So, chat, everybody, hello! First things first, no, I don't know when this is dropping. No, I don't know that much information about what's in the kit. Yes, I might be an admin over at Artal, but do not take my word as Artal's word. I am an independent view looking upon this. I should also just check to see if the YouTube is working. Oh, Jesus is working. Ock Raven can see in here. Awesome. Hello, Ock Raven. Hello, YouTube. I know I neglect you guys a lot, but I have finally decided I'm going to try to work on everybody's platform of choice. So, with that in mind, we have so much news we need to cover. I like, so much has been dropped, and I want to make it very, very abundantly clear that anything I say, I will make it abundantly clear. Anything that I say, do not take it as, word that I know what's up, because I really don't know everything that's up. I only know about as much as you know. With that in mind, folks, as of, I think it was Monday, this past Monday, May 6th, news has been dropped by Rob Barefoot over to the Cyberpunk Edgerunners, about the Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit. What does this mean? We are going to, make it very clear here. It's not out. There's no pre-order. They don't do pre-orders. They don't do pre-orders because they want to make sure that there's always stock for every order that comes in. On top of that, they are going to, with this, have this going to print here, like, as of this week. It is off to the printers to go get printed, to go get made, okay? What do we know about this? So with the Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit, it's been a long time coming. Ever since, I think it got announced at GenCon, what was it? Just after the anime got announced, I think? I'm not sure when exactly it got announced, but I think it was GenCon or PAX. One of those two. I haven't been to any cons, which, by the way, if you want to help get me to GenCon, feel free to help contribute to the pile, because I will be GMing one of these two games, probably. And also other games for Artal Sorting Games as well, if you want to help support the cause. But, with that out of the way for now, Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit, it is off to the presses. What this entails so far, it is right now it's a joint project between CD Projekt Red and also some artwork from Studio Trigger as well for the new pre-gen characters that come along in Edgerunners Mission Kit. Which we do have a look at the art, which, don't worry, I will pull up the art. It will be shown. Do not worry. Alright. So, what we know about this. The Mission Kit is going to basically be a box set, much like the Cyberpunk Red Jumpstart Kit that came out back in like 2019, which was the beta test for Cyberpunk Red. We have a short description of some of the stuff that's going to be coming up in this book. We have the Edgerunners Handbook, which is a full world lore, which is full of world lore curated to give you the deeds you need to survive Night City. Handpicked by the creator of Cyberpunk, Mike Bondsmith, and most likely also helped written by Jay Gray. What this is likely going to be, if it's anything like the Jumpstart Kit, and if it's like the lore section of Cyberpunk Red, this is going to talk about how Night City evolved. So, I don't know, like, where everything's getting shifted around. Like, it's probably also going to, you know, explain how things got from the time of the Red to, well, I refer to this as the time of V, because, you know, well, the time of David and V, post-Metal Wars. I'm not sure what exactly they call this time, but the 2077 era. Cool. I like DMing games that my group doesn't typically run. I love Cthulhu. Cyberpunk is one of the ones I've been thinking about getting into. Kira, stick around. I will talk about something that's actually out there for free. I will get to that in a moment, just after I talk about this. Okay? Because trust me, this is some. I've got some information. I don't have a lot of information. Hello, culture. So, with this lore book that's coming out, it's probably gonna just be an explanation it's probably gonna cover like what happened from 2020 all the way up to 2077, but probably not in as great detail as probably what's over here in Cyberpunk Red, just so that way all of you guys who really don't give a... Excuse me? Kira. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Alright. Knocked me off the rails there a little bit. But, alright. With that in mind, folks, where are we at? Yes. We have a rule book. Rule book is everything you need to play Cyberpunk Edgerunners, which, from what it sounds like on the Discord from Jay Gray and from Rob Barefoot, Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit is going to run on the Cyberpunk Red engine. So, how can you prepare for this? On DriveThruRPG, and I will even go get the link for this for those of you guys who don't know much about DriveThruRPG. I use it, I trust it. It is a great site to pick up all the PDFs you need for playing tabletop games if you can't afford to just get hard copy books. On Free RPG Day last year, Art House Orion Games dropped Cyberpunk Red Easy Mode. So, what I will do for you here is I will grab the link to Cyberpunk Red Easy Mode. Let's see, where is Easy Mode, Easy Mode, Easy Mode? Now, I don't know much about the specs on, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna finally bring the long-awaited, like, power weapons and shit like that along. I don't know. I don't know, like, what all's coming along in that. But here it is. Cyberpunk Red Easy Mode. I will drop the link in chat here and I will pin it. Oh, I can't pin it. Okay. Alright. But anyway, Kira, that link I just posted there in chat, that will take you to the Cyberpunk Red Easy Mode pamphlet, which that will give you everything you need to run a mission in Cyberpunk Red to see if this is something that you and your crew like. It is free, and it's simplified rules is what it is. But I think, you know, if you're looking for something different, you'll like this, because all you really need to play Cyberpunk is a D10 and some D6s. Alright? So, with that in mind, we've got that for a rule book. From what it sounds like, seeing how it runs on Cyberpunk Red's game engine, I would recommend, guys, using easy mode if you are new to any of this. Pick up easy mode, see if this is something you like. I hope you like it, because this is like one of my favorite games. It's also part of like what my channel does. And, well, hopefully in the future we get more and more people that, you know, want to come play. All right. So, also in here is the jacket. I don't know much details about the jacket. It sounds like it's been play tested before at GenCon by Emeron, who is currently asleep right now. Please do not bother Emeron for details. But the jacket is a full-length mission for the crew to play. Now, the difference between like a scream sheet mission and a full-length mission is like Tales of the Red Street Stories has full missions in it. The End of Danger Gal Dossier has a mission in it. It's going to be probably, a mission takes somewhere between like 3 to 4 hours to complete if you guys really keep the pace going. So, with that in mind, that's a possibility. Next up is we also have 7 of the 10 Edgerunners present for 7 of the 10 Edgerunners present for the Edgerunners Mission Kit. And I think they, like one of the media outlets actually talked about which one it is. Yep, we'll have full stat sheets for it. I think with it being just a box kit, there probably won't be character generation for the for the time of 2077 yet, but you'll have some pre-gens. Also, if you are a fan of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, if you are a fan of the anime, friends, there is going to be a lot more lore and expansion on each of the characters and their backgrounds out there. We have new lore and backgrounds for David, Lucy, Rebecca, and the rest of the crew. So that's probably also going to include Maine, Dorio, Pilar. Who else? Faraday, I guess. Probably Kiwi. Probably. I mean, she's part of that crew. Yeah, Maine, probably. So, probably all the major characters from the anime will probably get an expansion on them. A set of Edgerunners themed dice. So you get 2d10s and 4d6s. Now, the thing is, Artal releases like special sets of dice that only come out with these kits. So if you want a limited edition set of dice, this might be worth a chance for you to grab it. I have not had the fortune of grabbing anything like that yet. Next up also is there's maps, standees, and tokens to bring the world to life. So that means probably some new maps. I wonder if it might be Loki battle maps working on this, perhaps. I don't know specifics, but we'll probably get some details soon enough. All right. So also, if you want to get connected with the rest of the community, go check out the Artal Discord as well. But I suppose we do have some artwork of some of these characters. And actually, let me see what we got here, because one of the articles talked about these characters a little bit. All right, so we got Nomad, Rocker, Solo, Fixer, MedTech, Netrunner. So 6 of the 7 are present here for this one. All right, let me pull up the artwork here. Let me move myself to the side. Here is the current... let me shrink that down. So, currently we've got... this person is marked as their Nomad in the box. Wonder how good the projectile launcher cyber will... Projectile... Isn't that just a grenade launcher? See, alright, I want to clarify, I don't know as much about 2077 as I do the Time of the Red. Alright? You fancy kids with your, I don't know, Hyper Sandevistan, titanium skeleton wearing chromers, like, a pop-up rocket launcher sounds very dangerous. Oh. So what, you just mount a gun marking gauge into your fucking arm. Alright, but yeah, this is their Nomad. Oh, look at the fucking size of them hands. Holy shit. Bro's probably packing a linear frame, it looks like. Yeah, but 2077, if I remember, is the video game. This is who they have marked as their Rocker. Very nice. A lot of red, white, and blue, so probably likely going to be 6th Street, maybe? Huh. But yeah, that is... Honestly, he takes some cues from the original rocker boy Manson from Cyberpunk 2020. Oh yeah, CMK Rocker. Alright, yep. There's the rocker boy. Next up we have is the Solo, which honestly very clean and classy for a Solo. Very nice. I'm not sure what model of rifle that is, gun... all I know is that is a gun-shaped gun. I know I'm not very proficient on 2077 weaponry. I'm really not. All I know is I like my slice and dice, and I'm also a fan of V's first pistol and the Malorian. But then again, it's the HMG from the turrets. Masamune. All right. Because like I feel like the HMG from the turrets is much bigger than this. It's like a long like rectangular prism. This is their Fixer is showing up for this one. Interesting. Also, I guess with Fixer, because like what we do know about it from Cyberpunk 2077, you can literally find a gun vendor in like every neighborhood. And like vendors for this and that. Eberron and I had been speculating a little bit on like what it's gonna look like when we do this. Exec didn't make the cut, it looks like. Exec, Lawman, and Media didn't make the cut for the Mission Kit, it looks like. Looks like she's dual wielding a pair of, I don't know, I think, I don't know. But like, like just got that under titty hanging out. Jeepers, that's gets TOS. This is their med tech, which holy fuck that faceplate. And I recognize that. That's Shingen. Fuck yeah. We're all about Shingen over here in this corner. So, also just like, holy shit, these fucking saddlebags you got set on your hips. Jeepers. Oh. Right. Man, to be carrying all that weight around down there, man, you either gotta have some really, really good body or, maybe legs? I don't know. Looks like a trauma team mark also on the collar. And then also for number 6, Netrunner. Oh. Very shiny. Very shiny. Very shiny net suit. Which also, apparently, there probably is going to be some more information on like Netrunners for the kit as well. But yeah, let's see. Here it is. So the Edgerunners Mission Kit is played using the Cyberpunk Red rule set, which of course you can use easy mode to get a taste of it. The Mission Kit is, this means players both new and current to Cyberpunk Red will have something to gain from this box set. New players get to take their first steps into Night City, while returning players get access to a taste of new cyberware, gear, and weapons, especially the new power, tech, and smart weapon types. I wonder if those will be tech upgrades, because, and if it's following the Cyberpunk Red rule set, if it uses a tech upgrade, then that means only one can get installed into a weapon. Gosh, as a GM, I would be terrified if somebody was able to pack all 3 of those into one. I don't like the idea of all 3 of those going into one set. And yes, Netrunners will get their hands on new quick hacking mechanics, which, I mean, I hope that, there's at least, it's balanced. From what it sounds like, it's pretty balanced. From what Emeron's talked about in the past, there is, like, ways to counter Netrunners yet. But instead of like whatever entity B becomes when they get a really good cyber deck. So there's so many sources that cover this, and because I'm not sponsored by any of those sources, I will not be putting them up on the screen, but we'll talk about like what has been released out there. Also, if anybody's wondering what the price is going to be on this kit, $35. $35 for a box set is actually pretty good, when most of the like hard copy expansions cost $40. No, I haven't had a chance to read through the Ask Me Anything, so we'll hop over there in a bit. Jesus, don't you worry. We can't go chugging through all this content at once. So, what does this mean for everyone else so far? So, for any of you who are fans of the hit RPG Cyberpunk 2077, you now finally get to play in your favorite era of time. Alright? What this means, though, for those of you from Cyberpunk, like me, where I have a strong preference for the time of the Red, there could be the possibility of introductions of new different kinds of mechanics and new different kinds of upgrades to go in here. Though, I guess I do wonder, does that mean, like, the Neuralink becomes vulnerable to... Actually... I'm trying to think how that's gonna work. I wonder if you could bump into V as an NPC in the mission kit. I highly doubt V will be featured in the mission kit if this is taking place like directly after the events of David. Because if I remember correctly, when El Capitan and Dave, or when El Capitan and V were talking about David, like it happened like multiple months back. And because of how much of a variable V is, where like all three different variants of V only hit like certain plot lines at the same time, I really highly doubt they're going to try to tie V in that well. Probably not for a mission kit. Now, oh, that'd be awful. Oh, that'd be awful. I don't know. The thing is, Culture, I don't want to speculate too hard on like who's gonna get featured in this kit, except for those that we know of from the anime itself, because we don't know how much of 2077 is going to bleed into this yet. But at the same time, we also do have the 2077 World Book that was dropped by CD Projekt Red. So I guess, in a sense, we do have a lore book there. So if you really want to do a full-blown campaign in 2077, we've got all that there. Thinking about it. I'm also kind of waking up a little bit here, chat, so please don't mind me. But let's see, what else do we have going on? Alright, so first up, of course, we have Dicebreaker, which is a big board game news reporter. So with Dicebreaker, we are going to look at here and see what Dicebreaker might... I'm going to kind of comb through these different articles, see if we've got some new information, like what might be in here, which Cyberpunk Tabletop RPG has plenty more lore and gear from 2077 on the way. Which it looks like here they are looking at... Okay, it looks like it's going to be here. Alright, oh, okay. So we have, so 2077, as the name implies, takes several decades after the newest tabletop RPG, which is Cyberpunk Red. Key characters and but still shares its continuity, key characters, and the central location of Night City as a focus. Meanwhile, Netflix anime series Cyberpunk Edgerunners takes place between the two, roughly a year before the events of 2077. So, I don't know, I don't remember how much time passes through the anime, but I remember there is at least a gap of time when V is talking to El Capitan about the brain dance that he found over by the Mega Building in Santo Domingo. Which, by the way, yes, that you can get David's jacket in Cyberpunk 2077 if you have not played Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, I don't think there's enough of there's enough time for this. So most likely, if I had to speculate, the jacket, this is probably going to be V was in LA for 2 years prior to the game starting. Atlanta. He went to Atlanta in the Street Kid story. Nomad V may have been in LA because that's where the Aldecaldos come from, and V was part of the Backers clan that was going to join Snake Nation. All right. So it looks like standalone set after the announced almost 2 years ago around the Edgerunners premiere. The box set was recently announced to finally be arriving this June. The tabletop RPG has touched on elements seen in Cyberpunk 2077 through various supplements and free DLCs. Such as the Rockland Augmentics Neuron, 2045's predecessor to the 2070s era Neuroport. Oh! Right, yeah, because Eberron pointed this out. For those of you guys who might be wondering, you know what? Let me go grab it. We talked about this, but in the I think it was the March DLC, all about agents, for Cyberpunk Red. There is an internal agent that was made by Rockland Augmentics, and it's the Neuroport, or not Neuroport, the Rockland Augmentics Neuron. And what the Neuron does is it creates a HUD over your eyes by connecting straight to your optical nerves. And so that way you just have a Chiron set on your meat eyes. That's I don't know if I like that. I don't like that. No. I don't like it. So that means, like, I guess, because if I remember correctly, the Neuroport seems to also provide, like, chip sockets in, like, 2077, and probably also in the anime itself. I wonder if the Neuroport might be a replacement for the neural link and the chipware socket, and also the internal agent, or like the auditory or the cyber audio suite. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking and speculating here on what this could possibly mean, but I don't know the entirety of this. So, let's see. While Artal Sorian revealed plans for a complete 2077 source book for Cyberpunk Red in 2021, Pondsmith confirming 2022 is still in the works. Further details. So, chat. It sounds like it's coming. Please give it time. Okay? Even so, the RPG still plans on exploring the era of 2077 further in Cyberpunk Red, with Artal Sorian's line manager for Cyberpunk, Jay Gray, confirming to Icebreaker. We will be exploring the 2070 eras more fully down the road. There's still plenty of lore and video games and comics to share of the world Jay added, referencing comic books released by Dark Horse set against the backdrop of 2077. As for Edgerunners, there's nothing for Edgerunners in specific that's currently planned after the release of the mission kit. And also, of course, like as said before, there's probably not going to be an expansion on the anime going forward. Let's see. Other stuff that's going to be coming up as well. Sorry, I'm trying to think like where I was going with that thought. So, with what Dicebreaker had to say there, supposedly there is going to be a 2077 source book. Now, I don't know if that's going to be like a full book like what Cyberpunk Red is, or if it's going to be in the same field as like Black Chrome, Tales of the Red, and Danger Gal Dossier, where this is going to fall to being a expansion compared to its own full set. So, I suppose, chat from either YouTube or Twitch, thoughts, ideas, speculations. Put on them tinfoil hats. Let's see what we got cooking over here. Because I would love to hear what you guys might have in mind. I'm kind of scanning over all these articles to see if there's like any other stuff I'm missing after that. So one of the things in... Oh! Are we talking about like the GenCon booklet that was drawn? Actually, I just might have that on hand. I'm just wondering if I happen to have it on my drive. Because I had seen a PDF of the booklet somewheres about here. Or at least I thought. But, Jesus, what kind of information you gotta share? Because I am curious. Actually, I don't even think I still have it. Just says humanity is getting adjustments. Oh, an update to the humanity system. You say? Ooh, that. Ooh. I wonder if it's gonna be because of a change of environment with what 2077 looks like versus 2045. I wonder if it might be changing, like what everything looks like. Because that'll be interesting to see. Because Humanity Lost currently, like, it's kind of vague, like what can be done to lose humanity if you don't have like very direct like examples in here. In the Ask Me Anything, Jay Gray said that how humanity intersects with humanity will be explained upon. So maybe we'll be getting humanity gaining system for higher lifestyles. Oh, honestly, Lord Jesus Crust, I would love... Do you mean humanity intersecting with lifestyle? Because, honestly, yes. I would like there to be a reason for Edgerunners, especially all of you in Cyberpunk Red, who decide that living in a cube hotel and eating kibble for the rest of your life is just a great way to live. Yeah. If you players, I know that you're in here. Yeah, I know. Like, you know, you can like you living in shitty conditions. You know, living in a gang-infested hotel, eating kibble. Like, come on, you gotta do a little bit better with life. Because if there's a way to get people to improve their lifestyle, you know, actually, I wonder, does that mean people living in cargo containers need to improve their lifestyle as well? Because, I don't know, I feel that'd be a bit rough. Because, like, cargo containers are... I'm trying to think. Because, like, cube hotels, they're cramped, they're small in the time of the Red. And, I mean, I guess it's better than, you know, living in the street. But, like, you also have, you know, cargo container villages where, you know, you have to share accommodations with people. Now I'm just kind of wondering, like, where they might draw the line with housing, if that'll be accounted for into your lifestyle. But, you know, living on the kibble lifestyle where you're just eating shitty food and your life is pretty much like, you know, nickel and diming you for everything, I imagine it's gotta drive you nuts at some point. Alright, so chat, we're coming up on an hour, okay? I'm thinking here after the break, well, once the break comes up, I'm gonna go grab myself some coffee. Alright, I'm gonna grab myself some coffee, some breakfast, and then we're gonna continue our little scheming and brewing, okay? Alright? It's just a thought that I'm having. And, like, and what I'm thinking we'll do is we're gonna dig into Jay Gray's Ask Me Anything and see what we can scrape up. But I need a little bit. I need a little bit of coffee, or a little bit of caffeine. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna do a quick order here, right while I'm hanging out with y'all. Actually, you know, I wonder, because we noticed in 2077 that there is green stuff growing back. I wonder if you have a high enough lifestyle, could you just grow? Well, if you have a high enough lifestyle, why would you grow your own food when you can pay for someone else to just give it to you? Actually, you know, I'm now just really having a thought on, like, how does that work? Like, what is food going to look like? Because, you know, we have a lot more, like, street vendors out there. You know, there's also one other thing. I'm just wondering. I wonder if medtechs are also going to get a new pharmaceutical out of here as well. The thing that David keeps stabbing himself with. Anti-bot. No. Oh, I'm having a stroke. Chat, please help. Yeah, the immune blocker. Yep. All right, that stuff. I wonder if medtechs are going to get that come Edgerunners. I wonder if that's going to be the case. All right, so I think you know what? I think I might make a quick dash to the coffee shop. I think that might just be what I do, chat. Oh, right, fixers, because in 2077 you're able to just go down to the local gun shop. What's gonna happen to what is gonna happen to fixers? Well, thinking about it, I wonder if they might reprise their original role from back in the 2020s, where they're able to get their hands on highly illegal things that most other people can't just grab. So I wonder if they are still going to limit what you can find on the street. But then, fixers are going to either, well, gosh. I have a thought on something with fixers. Maybe fixers could find you what you're looking for, but maybe get it for you at a better rate. Or maybe it's going to be a lot more of, knowing people that, maybe you're going to be able to... Ooh, actually, yeah, I wonder if that's going to be a thing where, trying to find, like, really good techs and med techs is going to kind of fucking suck. Because, like, everybody's just trying to make a quick buck. Oh. What? Ooh. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, chat. I'm just kind of brewing my thoughts here on it a little bit. But chat, we're going to take a quick break. I will be back probably here in not too long. I'm gonna go get myself a latte, which it's gonna be like a short 2-minute drive. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. All right. Don't go anywhere. Well, actually, I don't know how long this might take, but don't go anywhere too far. We'll be back soon. All right. Actually, I think just kind of show people what we're up to over here. Oh, you're large. Oh, you're big. Oh, you're big. Let's make you comparable sizes. There. All right, chat. I'll be back. We'll keep it up. Okay. All right. Let me put on some of my favorite tracks from Carl Casey, though, to kind of fill in the time while we're at it. All right. I would like to introduce, I guess with Carl Casey, before I go to take off to go get my coffee, Carl Casey's, it really inspired a lot of my writing with what I do. I'm going to go grab one of my favorite albums here, An Overdose of Misery. It came out back in 2020. Quite the fitting soundtrack for this, but an absolute jam while we're at it. So, with that, I introduce to you Carl Casey's Overdose of Misery. Well, hello everybody. I am back. Hello. All right. So, I'm back. We're here. And I have acquired some coffee for now. Oh, hi Mom. I hope you're having a great day. But let's see. Hello everybody. A little winded. I rushed on down, rushed on back, and boom. So, as we left off, let me just see kind of what y'all been chit-chatting about up here. So let's see. All right, what we got happening up here? I hope we see tech that helps Netrunners get more range. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the tech gets better. Ockraven, like Kiwi helping David in a court building while on the street. That I feel like she's actually just gone into the net arch to do. Or mass quick hack. Oh, mass quick hacks. No thanks. I really don't want the Netrunner to be like, okay, all right, hey GM, that's a nice encounter. No. I'm hoping for a car coming to you function form in the video game would be useful for nomads. Oh. Delamain Taxi. Well, I mean, Delamain probably is taking over Combat Cab at this point. I just thought of something. Imagine if a teacher got their hands on the military. If a teacher go their hands on one of the Militech mechs that dot the city in 2077, chaos would reign for district. Oh dear. Oh, tech. Dang, autocorrect. Okay. I can't wait for exosuits though. See, I don't know if exosuits are going to be a thing. Like, we have rules for FBCs. Actually, that's a real good question. Would the exosuits be classified as a vehicle? I'm trying to think like how that would work. Anyone know what the song is? Let me the songs that we're playing, we have Self-Destruct, The Kill Crew, Poison Tooth. Current song playing is The Drop by Carl Casey. Kiwi hacked a net arch from the street. Wow, he was in a much higher level building. Framework are there. Exosuits were a vehicle in 2020. Okay, alright. But yeah, Kira, if you're wondering, the album is Overdose of Misery by Carl Casey. It's over on Spotify. Carl Casey makes all this stuff free use for creators out there, and I think it is the best shit ever. All right. To balance this, it could reveal yourself to the net. You know, actually, thanks. My girlfriend is this kind of music. I'm sure she'd appreciate. Oh, really? Is she into synthwave as well? Because of a certain synthwave creator, Scandroid, I ended up meeting one of my girlfriends and my manager, Valkyrie. I don't know if she's listening right now. She's adorable. Anyway. But yeah, you know, she'll be moving in here pretty soon, and I'm super excited for it. But with that in mind, I suppose we should probably talk a little bit about Cyberpunk Red. For those of you guys who are new to Cyberpunk Red, who might be wondering, Kira, I imagine you've heard of 2077. You probably don't know much about the time of the Red. basically, this is taking place like during the Great Reconstruction after the bomb has gone off. I wonder if Gorilla Arms will be able to... I feel that would be really, really strong, though, if, you know... Yeah. Yeah, Cyberpunk Red's a prequel to 2077. Yeah, it takes place in 2045, which, if you look in easy mode, it gives you a lot of the details about what the time of the Red's like. If you, but Culture, I was looking at that, and it's just like, I don't know if, I feel that would be a bit, bit overpowered for, you know, just putting on, all I can assume Gorilla Knucks to be is probably where, Big Knucks are 2d6, Gorilla Knucks will probably become 3d6. That's my guess, is they're going to become a 3d6 melee weapon that's mounted on the fist. Yeah, it's cyber. Wait, Big Knucks is already 3d6? Yeah. To clarify, Kira, for somebody that may not... It's cyberware, so it's already 3d6? I'm sorry, I feel like I'm missing something here. I meant Cyberarm. Oh, in my opinion, Gorilla Arms are going to be implanted excellent quality, very heavy melee weapons that do something special when paired. Gorilla Arms is a cyber... Oh! Gorilla Arms are just full-on cyber arms. I thought they were just like Big Knucks, where it was just like implanted into the hand. Okay. Alright. But yeah, Kira, in Cyberpunk Red, for people, there are 3 different types of melee combat. You have brawling, which allows you to get really good at grappling. It does require as much improvement points to improve brawling. And, it's something that everyone can do. Then we have martial arts, which is considered a difficult skill, which is a step up from brawling that allows you to ignore half of a person's armor score when you're doing damage. Because the way armor works in Cyberpunk, so you have target A, which you have person A that's going to throw a punch with martial arts. They do 3d6 damage, okay? So, they're gonna punch somebody that's wearing leather armor, or like leathers, which has 4 stopping power. The person punches, hits the booster ganger that's wearing leathers. So instead of 4 damage being stopped, 2 damage gets stopped. That's and melee weapons can do the same thing, but without as much of a investment. Big Knucks are melee weapons that you can have mounted that you don't need to carry a blade around for. They're on your hands. Alright. Trying to think what else we got cooking. Alright. Any other thoughts though? Because, like, you know, having gorilla arms is very heavy melee weapons for our japers. That, oh, that sounds like just absolutely nuts. Goodness. All right, let's see. What other stuff do we need? I guess something that I'm just wondering is just like, because it's something that I like in world building, is how does Night City, like, how do we evolve? Like, the executive zone from 2045, that little walled off bastion, that's the executive zone, it's gone. We don't have a university in 2077 either, where we have Night City University in 2045. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't, like, Haywood get put on the island where, like, South Night City and the old combat zone are supposed to be or something? I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking about it, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that gets moved around that... Oh! New country... Oh! Oh! Thank you! Shit! Damn, thank you! Oh my god! 50... Are you sure? Who said that? Fucking 50 bucks. Holy shit. Alright, hold on. I want to find out which one of you guys did it. Or try to. No one here but us Jews. I get this reference. Announcements. Notifications. Alright, please help. What? Notifications, please. Oh my goodness, that's put us at 300 bucks. I'm getting close enough that I could possibly afford a plane ticket. Ah, damn. Thank you. Plane ticket over to Indiana is probably going to run me about 550 bucks. Thank you so much, whoever contributed. Holy shit, 50 bucks? Are you sure? That's a lot of money. That's a lot. I mean, whoever did that, I guess I hope to see you at GenCon. Alright, what we got? Please help get Dia to GenCon. I want to be at her table. Oh. I better see you at GenCon, whoever contributed that. Thank you. Oh. Alright, enough of that. Oh my gosh. So that puts us at, and I know I have like a really big number set up for it. I'm more just shooting to at least like whatever funding goes towards Gen Con. That's gonna be everything gets dumped back into the channel one way or another. But with that in mind, folks, where do we go from here? I'm just trying to think. Like, all right, you know what? Hold on. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's Wednesday, my chooms. Which tonight, for anyone who's interested in Cyberpunk Red, I will be running my group through well, Danger Gal Dossier's The Incident. Which, speaking of, we need to do session prep. Nope, it is Law and Disorder this week. Or do they have everything prepped for me, ready to go? Let's see, it looks like we got that. Oh! Wow, they've pre-prepped all the maps that I need for this. Oh. Well, shit. Which, yeah, by the way, The Incident, that's at the back of Danger Gal Dossier, for anybody that's, you know, interested. I cannot wait to run it. I can't wait. Also, Raven, how are you feeling about One Red Night coming around the corner? Oh, good. Good. I hope you are. 'Cause I can't wait. One Red Night is more concerned about Uncle Adino. Oh, why so worried? Don't be worried. It's okay. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Right? Nothing bad ever happens. All right. So, I suppose well, I noticed you have an estranged relative in your backstory, Ak. But, alright. I suppose with enough waiting around, we are going to go over to the Reddit. We are going to go check out Jay Gray's Ask Me Anything on Reddit. Just want to make sure everything's running fine over there on on my channel. Alright. Also, to the one person that's watching over there on YouTube, I hope you're having a good one. Reddit is not nerdy Twitter. Reddit's a whole nother location in itself. Now, of course, because, you know, I don't want to put a whole bunch of stuff on there. Alright, we are going to go over to r/Cyberpunk Red. Subreddit rules update. Ask Me Anything. Posted 19 hours ago by Jay Gray. Alright. It is 5 p.m. where I am, and the end of the workday, so I'm calling it here. Thank you for the questions. Okay. Ask Me Anything. Here are my rules. I reserve the right to ignore and not answer any questions. There is a limited amount I could say about products that RTG hasn't announced. I am bound by a few different NDAs on some subjects, and it is my personal philosophy of rarely picking favorites. So, for anybody that wants to follow along, over on Reddit at r/Cyberpunk Red, it is set at the top of pinned at the top of the feed. We're kicking off with hello. I'm super excited by the quick hacking I saw mentioned in the announcement. Are there any more details that can be provided for that? I'd like to know how it'll work within the framework of the game. So, from Jay. The Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit is essentially 3 products in one box, which we have talked about a little bit. For people new to gaming or to Cyberpunk Red anyway, it is a starter box, much like any other. It acts like a demo version at a lower price point. The included mission was specially designed to guide new GMs through the process, but still be interesting to experienced players. For existing Cyberpunk Red players, it acts as a source book, adding enough information to play a campaign in the 2077 era. Probably also using information that we have from Cyberpunk Red. Also in here, including new cyberware, weapons, humanity, economy, and role rules as well. Look at that! Thanks for this info. I just got the Cyberpunk Red book to start playing with friends. Wasn't sure. Okay, alright. Deleted after this mission kit. Oh, after this mission kit drops, will future Red content be more focused on the 2070s, or will it stay within the 2045 era? There's more to come for the 2045 era. Big things! Big things for 2045, indeed. Because... remember, chat. Well, actually, I think the artwork got dropped for it, but Tales of the Red Forlorn Hope is coming at some point near the end of the year. So, I mean, if you want to know what, you know, just for the holidays coming up, my size is my size is Tales of the Red Forlorn Hope. You know, I don't know, Gaster, if we're... Ebron and I had joked that maybe stocks and crypto might be a thing that might come in Cyberpunk Red, but maybe stock market might be a thing. So, with that in mind, there are big things coming for those of you that are fans of Cyberpunk Red. And, oh, you converted the 2020 rules. Ah, how was your day, Jay? Busy. It was a little hot where Jay was today. Probably real toasty. Alright, next question. In addition to quick hacks, I'd like to ask a few things about net running. Will there be new Black Ice programs made for actual deep dives, and will deep dives into the net function in a similar way? Will there need to be a minimum range with cyberdecks, etc.? So for question 1, Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit doesn't dive, Ah. So the mission kit does not dive into deep diving. So with this question in mind, with this answer in mind, maybe net chairs might be back. Though I feel net diving will probably be on a very limited front, though, because, you know, as we know, Netwatch still has a black wall up around Night City, and it's probably going to be very limited range net diving. Is probably what it's going to be, and probably you need to have some very expensive equipment for it. All right. Will cyberdecks begin to look more like they do in 2077, where they have more compact and where they are more compact and tend to be implanted into the body, or will they also be hardware like they are in Red? So, for those of you guys who are new, Cyberpunk Red and Cyberpunk 2020, cyberdecks are like these little computers set up to, you know, do your net running for you, where you would plug yourself into that computer. All right, Kira, have a good day. What this means is, with this is, for those of you who are more familiar with 2077, you have the compact cyberdecks that are implanted into your body, God knows where. Question is, yes, though handheld versions still exist, you can't load hardware into a neck port. Oh, okay. So so external cyberdecks are going to take on the hardware role. Okay. Will quick hacking require a skill like electronic security tech? According to Jay Gray, that's going to be a no. Alright, so, it's probably a long shot to ask, but will we see anything close to the Sandevastans in 2077 in the mission kit? And according to Jay Gray, David's Sandevastan is in there. Now, the current Sandevastan in Cyberpunk Red, it is a smaller piece of speedware that gets packed into your Neuralink that allows you to get off the go on initiative sooner. You get a +3 bonus, 3, to initiative, which that's, in a game where the number 1 makes a huge difference, the having like a +3 bonus to initiative is huge. All right. With the introduction of 2077 style books, are we seeing an end of the Cyberpunk Red supplements? Oh no, not at all. We have plans, such plans. Now that's interesting to hear. One thing that's been pressing on my mind, and it makes sense that you can't answer, but is there any chance we might see official rules for ACPAs again? Yes. Jay. Okay, so ACPAs. It says there's going to be a yes. What's ACPA? An ACPA, Assisted Combat Personnel Armor, basically power armor. We will be seeing power armor at some point, probably down the road. But to clarify, or as you remember from Wireheads, when we talked to James Hutt, FBCs are the power ceiling. When we talked about this, James Hutt had made the notion that FBCs are going to be the power ceiling for Cyberpunk Red. Hi there, I believe I saw something about Edgerunners artists being involved in this. How true is that? Hi, you're doing some fun videos. There are 7 pre-generated characters made in Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit. Each has a portrait illustrated by director Hiroyuki Yamashi of Trigger, aka Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Now, I conclude that we're probably going to be seeing, like, I know we had 6 show up, but I assume our 7th one, our 7th role is probably going to be tech. Why? Because tech is probably, because it looks like they're probably pulling on the more practical Edgerunners. Because in easy mode, we see tech show up. And also in the Jumpstart kit, like, tech is recommended. So I would not be surprised if tech is going to be number 7. I'd be very surprised if media was the 7th one. Alright, what, if any, do you think is the largest piece of the Cyberpunk world that is still underexplored, not currently present in Red's rule set as of now? I know FBCs felt like a glaring omission from many early on, but were recently added. Cyber pillows. We need an entire source book for cyber pillows. Jay. Unless we can get a Solo of Fortune Atom Smasher pillow condensed into a cyber pillow, I'm afraid I'm not interested. I'm afraid this is mission critical. Well, the thing is I've considered the idea. We already know the tech is all right. 7th pre-gen. Her name is Maven. Okay. All right, that's something you know. All right. So, one of the other things that we have, what I want to, our tech upgraded Cyber Pillow to be a floaty and give him a +1 to swimming. That would be such a fun DLC. All right, but what if you tech upgraded a Cyber Pillow for the people that like brawling? That when they're choking, instead of it taking 3 rounds to choke someone out, you put the Cyber Pillow up in the poor Gonk's face. 2 rounds. Maybe the lawman, the city has changed a lot too, execs too. Well, if tech is the 7th pre-gen, that means lawman, media, and exec are out. However, probably when 2077's like full book rolls around, whenever that will be, which I don't think we'll be seeing 2077's source book for a long while. I don't think so. We'll probably be sticking to the time of the Red for the time being, because as mentioned over in Artal's Discord, like right now, Witcher, any like further expansions on Witcher has been put on hold until CD Projekt Red gets it together for whatever, I think Witcher 4 or whatever the next Witcher game is going to be. So unfortunately, Witcher's been put on there. Now we know we have Project Orion, which is Cyberpunk's sequel, which I hope that they don't continue to follow V. I hope that's just maybe a new story from Night City. Let's see. If you had to pick one thing that you worked on that you're proudest on, talk about Cyberpunk obviously, what would you say? Jay Gray, our DLC line, coming up with something each month to share for free to keep people engaged and show our commitment to the game. Plus, it lets us do some fun stuff we never do in a source book. Oh, absolutely. Like the Valhalla DLC that we got for April. Like, I understand it was an April Fool's crossover, but I love it. We actually have beverages. We have a new drink master. We also have a great new selection of NPCs and also how you can fit them into the time of the Red. I love it. I think it's great. Alright. It's especially neat how you guys managed to keep it with from new enemy types, cyberware, just lore dockets, to sports and recreational stuff. Oh yeah, there's all sorts of great stuff in there. Alright. Here it is, Jesus. The comment. We had Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit. Will it have new cars for nomads? Any updates on lifestyle costs? Probably housing lifestyle. To lifestyle directly? No. Lifestyle will not get impacted. To how lifestyle intersects with humanity? Yes. And no new vehicle stats of any kind in this one. Excuse me. How lifestyle intersects with humanity? Yes. I become the galaxy brain meme. Here we go. Hi, Jay. I hope you're having a good day. Appreciate you answering some questions. My major question is, will this mission kit be an extent of content for Red in the 2070s era? More specifically, can we expect to see any full-size source books at any point in the future to expand on the content we see? I feel like I saw talks about a full 2077 source book in the past. I can't say with 100% accuracy. Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit is the beginning of our exploration of the 2070s eras, not the end. So, of course, again, much like the Jumpstart kit, the mission kit over here, this is just the start, folks. So, most likely, we are probably going to be seeing more come in the future when it comes to what we're looking at in 2077. Alright. What else we got down here? Alright. Is there any plans or talks for novels set in the 2040s or 2070s? No coincidence. I love the world of Cyberpunk and hope for more written stories. It would be so nice. No current plans. That's probably going to be other creators that do that. Yeah, so what that makes me think is we're going to be getting a level of passive humanity gain on higher end lifestyles, or maybe additional humanity gain when doing therapy on higher lifestyles. Now, yeah, with that, Jesus, I also think that when we look at, you know, some of the lower end lifestyles like kibble and, you know, living in either cargo containers or cube hotels, I think we'll also probably look at humanity loss as well. So probably once you're, you know, living in a studio apartment, maybe having some good pre-pack, you'll probably, you know, gain passive humanity over time. Our barefoot Talasaurian, make sure you all behave. I am watching. Oh my god. All right. If you can answer, is there a release date or projected window for the release of Rusted Chrome or Tales from the Forlorn Hope? Can you share it? Tales of the Red Forlorn Hope will be this year, but can't say when. So probably, most likely, Tales of the Red Forlorn Hope. I know they've announced it. They're probably in the writing process of it. I know there was a round of play testing that had gone on. I wouldn't be surprised if Forlorn Hope is in there. Let's see. What we got? Rusted Chrome probably won't be this year. Okay, so Rusted Chrome is going to... Alright. Okay, so Rusted Chrome is not just some weird conspiracy. Okay. Alright. I thought I was losing my goddamn mind. Oh my gosh. I thought I was losing my fucking mind. Alright. Okay, so is there the possibility of something akin to an updated Night City sourcebook? Yes. Rusted Chrome. Gaster, we had Black Chrome, and like there's been this like weird haze that's been hanging out in the community about this thing called Rusted Chrome, which is going to be looking much more at life in the Badlands and the tech that we find out there, like Reclaimer tech, probably Nomad tech, probably out there. Jojo Suke, welcome. Glad to have you here. Red Chrome, it's a condition. Well, we don't like Red Chrome around here. We are not a fan of them folks. Alright. What got you into Cyberpunk? Being a geek, mostly. You absorb it through osmosis. Maybe find old corporate war stuff lying around the Badlands. Oh, absolutely, culture. You know, like, if you think about it, watching from Brazil. Okay, well, hello. Nice to see folks from Brazil tuning in. I hope you're doing okay down there, by the way. I know things are a little rough. I hope you're doing all right. All right. So, what else do we have here? I know it's not really Cyberpunk related, but anyway, is there any news about Mechton? A man needs his giant mech. Not my department. I'm afraid I don't talk about another person's house. Ah, Mechton. I think that is specifically the big man's wheelhouse. I think that is specifically Mike. Sort of like how Cody's got Shadow Scar and The Witcher. Jay Gray is the line director for Cyberpunk Red. Alright, is quick hacking limited to Netrunners, or will this be a tool all roles can pick up? It is a Netrunner specific ability. Obviously. Mechton. It's a much older system that was produced by Artalis Oregon Games. Think Gundam, Armored Core, basically giant big stompy robots. And it uses the interlock system is what it uses. I don't know anything about Mechton. What did Morgan Blackhand think of Johnny Silverhand's music? As a follow-on question, do you think Yorinobu ever jammed out to Samurai during his Rebel phase, or was it too close to home after 2023? You'd need to ask Morgan Blackhand, if you can find him. You'd need to ask Yorinobu if you can get past the security. I don't even want to talk to Yorinobu. Fucking poser. Where does the lore for the TTRPG end and the video games pick up, and how much overlap is allowed per current contracts? If a new designer wanted to create content and be a digital or video, whether it be digital video games, tabletop, clear cut, can you use these dates and times? Because these guys have the slot in the lore block. In general, we have up until sometime in the 2060s. So, I suppose for anybody who might be wondering, the 2060s, that is the Metal Wars of the time, which they talk about it a little bit in Cyberpunk, but it's but if you're wondering how Kurt Hansen ended up in Night City, Kurt showed up in the 2060s during the Reunification Wars, aka the Metal Wars, and didn't retreat from Night City like Rosalind Myers asked. So that's when he built himself a little shithole in Pacifica called Dogtown. That, you know, he now runs with an iron fist and with his loyal troops of Bargist. What's your favorite dinosaur? All of them. You know what, Jay? I could get behind you on that answer. Dinosaurs are real fucking sick. Fucking love dinosaurs. Seriously. Like, sadly, I don't have enough time to really commit to dinosaurs anymore. But you know, back then I used to be all fucking about dinosaurs. I cannot wait for fossilized violence. Going out beating up dinosaurs. I can't wait for fossilized violence. Alright, what other questions we got here? If someone wanted to write lore and stories for video games in general, what would you recommend they do once they graduate college? And is Artel starting to do anything like internships or opportunities to get a foot into the industry? We don't do internships ourselves. Your college might have opportunities with video game companies. The big thing is networking. Do stuff to show what you can do and put it out there for people to see. Then join communities. Don't just join and shout, look at me things. Be a part of the community. Build trust, build connections. Sort of like how, you know, you guys, yeah, sure, I kind of tumbled into the Cyberpunk Red community. And, you know, I took my time to, you know, get myself assimilated with the community and, you know, really get to know, like, what the community is all about. Now look at me. Wirehead's repping the community nowadays, and I'm very proud to say it. I'm so glad to be a part of, you know, I am so glad to be part of our house community. It's so good. I'm personally working on something in this vein, trying to build a Discord creators collab. It's a lot of dev talk right there. Okay. Something mentioned for the Edgerunners kit was expanded stories regarding the characters in the anime. Are those some of those characters going to be playable in the new stories, or is that referring to new backstories and lore exclusively? Part of the fun of Cyberpunk is the life path system, and we wanted to include it in the Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit. Which means the characters had to be new. Plus, the director of the anime insisted on making new art for us. Who are we to turn it down? So long story short, Dave and the crew are not playable characters for the Mission Kit. You will not be playing as Dave and his crew. This is after the fact. This is after Becca gets squished by Smasher. David gets zeroed by Smasher. You know, Kiwi gets zeroed behind a dumpster. What else? Love that coffee up. Coffee cup. Oh, wait. Who posted the coffee cup? Wait, where? I'm so confused. Oh, you guys are seeing me drink my coffee. Okay, all right. Ah, Taco, thanks for subscribing. Thank you. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. All right. So, something mentioned for the Edgerunners Mission Kit. Yeah, so we've talked, let's see, covered that. Are there any plans on adding new mechanics to other roles besides Netrunner? And will quick hacking be limited to Netrunners? We already know that. Or will it be like the video game where they solo like V? V is a Netrunner who can shoot guns, not a solo who can hack. Only Netrunners can quick hack. V is not a Netrunner. V is not a solo. V is not a nomad. V is not an exec. V is V. V is a variable. V is V. They are... Yeah. V is a chrome force of nature, yes. Alright. Honestly, role abilities are fun, but they are also the least interesting part of a character. What you can do isn't limited to your role ability. V is an absolute machine. V is V. They are everything. Yeah. Now, if if the Artal crew decided to be real cheeky and created multiple variants of V, like V would be like a hardened boss. Like V would probably be sent to fucking kill. One of my favorite 2020 supplements is Maximum Metal, the ACPA. I love referring to it off screen in my Red games to scare the players. Are there any plans for official ACPA stats and picks for Red? Eventually, we will likely get to them, much like we did FBCs. We still have a bit more to explore with street level play first, though. Thank you, Jay. I prefer that we keep things a little more street level. And, yeah. See, one thing I really that Emeron had joked is that, like when we look at the HP of people like Adam Smasher, hit points, yeah, right. That needs to be it for Adam Smasher. Just yeah, right. That's just his hit points. V becomes a psycho after the final mission, secret alt. Alright, here we go. It might sound a bit silly, but if you were purely interested in reading the lore, would you recommend getting Cyberpunk Red and Edgerunners Mission Kit, or only the Edgerunners Mission Kit? Asking because I'm not sure how much of the world building content is showed between both things, and wouldn't want to buy Red only for a majority of the lore and content to already be in the Mission Kit. Both have overlapping lore since they draw on the same source and tell some of the same story, the history specifically. That being said, you'll learn quite a bit more about the world of Cyberpunk in the 2045 era with the Cyberpunk Red book, and the time beyond that with Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit. If you're a lore junkie and have money, I'd say both are absolutely required. Maybe in PDF form though to save on the costs. Which, yes, Cyberpunk Red, like, also, this book has been out for about 4 years now. I think it's safe enough to say it. If you want to know what the fuck happened to Johnny Silverhand, you need to look in this book. It's somewhere in there. There is what actually happened. What if you want to know what happened on August 20th, 2023? It's in this book. All right? No, Culture. I want to make it very clear. Only V can defeat Smasher. I wanted to say, yeah, right, for everyone else. Like, yeah, you aren't killing... Like, Smasher needs to be the unbeatable entity. Just, if he doesn't have hit points, you can't kill him. It's just like if you put a stat block on anything, D&D players will try to go kill it. I'm just saying V should not have killed Smasher. Oh no, I don't think that was entirely V who killed Smasher. I'm pretty sure that was Johnny's compulsion as well. If David Sandy is being added, what is the price of that speedwear, and will it replace the current Red Sandevistan? The price? High. Query J. Alright. Hey, David Martinez Sandevistan. This is an announcement about David Martinez Sandevistan. If you are not paying attention, I probably have your attention now. Who would win? A one man that's more chrome than meat, or one cyber boy with a built-in computer? So, for those of you who might be wondering about David Martinez's Sandevistan, you know, the go fast device, according to Jay Gray, the price is high. It's very high. Because remember, David Martinez's Sandevistan, it is, in fact, a prototype. As mentioned, it is a mil-spec Sandy. It is a prototype all on its own, I think, is what was mentioned in the anime. David Sandy is not that off the shelf. It isn't even custom. It's not even iconic. There's a few of them in the world. And it will probably kill you. What? It could probably Oh. Oh. It will probably kill you. Holy shit. This means it's going to be a piece of cyberware. I wonder if it's going to be like those early episodes when David kept burning the Sandevistan that caused him to get really, really hurt. Oh. Probably need to make endurance checks after repeated use. Or maybe it's just, a flat, you use it so many times, you get hurt. A common hot topic of discussion, RE, speedwear, the difference between 2020 and 2045 speedwear and 2077 speedwear. Judging by how you describe David Sandy, it sounds like it's gotten more improvements to bring it more in line with the speedwear of the video game / anime. Is that a unique trait to David Sandevistan, or will all Sandevistans receive a bit of an update in the Edgerunner pack? Damn, it looks like I missed the end of the anime by this much, lol. Keep in mind the video games require a different level of visual than the TTRPG. You were talking about a real-time combat versus turn-based combat. High initiative is an incredible speed boost. Would Rebecca's giant cyber culture? I think Rebecca's like those giant gloves Rebecca has. I think those are battle gloves. I think those are battle gloves. Do you think we'll ever see a CRPG in Cyberpunk rule? CRPG? What is CRPG? Huh. They're gorilla arms. JRE confirmed it. Oh! Becca has gorilla arms. Okay, alright. Japers. What if it lets you use items that require high body? 2020 used to have arms that would lock in place to prevent recoil on some guns ripping up. Oh, computer RPG like Baldur's Gate. I don't know. I heard a certain Game of the Year winning CRPG developer is already looking to work on a new project. Yes. Probably Baldur. Oh gosh, are they already working on Baldur's Gate 4? Damn! Look at them go! It would be neat, but I'm afraid I can't speculate. I'm only a humble maker of tabletop games. All right. In my mind, the worst anything could be boring and bland. So, with your philosophy for not picking favorites in mind, what is a TTRPG you could recommend that's interesting? Maybe because of its flaws or drawbacks. Go to a convention, spin around a point, play the game you find, learn something new. Jay, I like that. They said they're not doing Baldur's Gate 4 nor any additional content for Baldur's Gate 3 because Wizards of the Coast. Oh, okay. I wonder. Ooh. You know what would be kind of fascinating? Jesus. I wonder. What if they picked up what if they picked up Pathfinder? Like they pick up the next Pathfinder game. Because Wrath of the Righteous was good, but I'm just wondering if there might be more to come. Oh, a Morkborg computer. Oh, Jesus, a Borg series of computer RPGs. Morkborg, Cyborg, Pirate Borg. Oh, that'd be kind of fun, actually. Oh, I kind of like that idea. Infuriatingly fun. A Starfinder video game would be... Actually, you know, Starfinder would be kind of fun as a video game. I think it would actually be kind of nice. Or maybe Blade Runner. If they, you know, get in cahoots with Free League. Blade Runner as a computer RPG would be kind of fun as well. I'd like for them to pick up Fallout and make another Fallout 1 or 2. Oh, yeah! Honestly, I would like to maybe see like a remaster in that style for Fallout. But I think that would probably have to be Bethesda's call, though, if the studio gets to touch it. Oh. Hi, Netrunner player here. Will there be any new programs or gear added in upcoming DLCs? We just added Breachers and Crunch Whistles and All About Agents. I can't speak about upcoming DLCs. However, if you are wanting to netrun, there is also Midnight with the Upload. Highly recommend Midnight with the Upload if you're looking for other great netrunning equipment. When it comes to quick hacks, how difficult was it to make sure it was balanced in a way that it doesn't become a meta that players will put into every character? What challenges did you face when considering how it would match similar quick hacks in 2077? Only netrunners can quick hack and do so effectively. And they would need to have a decent interface rank. This isn't something people can dip into. In other words, it requires dedication to the detriment of all else you could do with those improvement points. So, again, netrunners. Quick hacking, you are probably going to need to be a really, really good netrunner before you can get really good at quick hacking. Because we've seen in Cyberpunk Red the fate of many low-level netrunners when they get themselves in over their heads. Now imagine pissing off someone that, you know, realizes you're there. Let's see. As for the challenges, first thing was to realize that we wouldn't be duplicating the quick hacks on a one-to-one level. From a TTRPG standpoint, many of them did more or less the same thing, so we kept to the spirit, duplicating a range of what the video game does rather than the letter. Me who so badly wants new stuff for MedTech, or at least some new Chrome made. Well, culture, I mean, there's Hornet's Pharmacy, but also, like, MedTechs were pretty front-loaded, to be honest, with it. Especially because you get a lot of your equipment for free, compared to other roles. Alright. So let's scroll down a little bit here to the next question. Hi, Achum. Don't mind if I hope you don't mind. I have two questions. One, how do you personally rule being in danger for the lawman's backup ability? If I were a GM, I'd listen to a player's justification and decide there. You know what? I think that's very reasonable. Number two, for lifestyles in detail section of Black Chrome, can anything count as entertainment? Or was the design intention for the entertainment budgets to only cover the entertainment options listed on services and entertainment in the core rulebook? The table on page 376 isn't a be-all, end-all. There's plenty in the world that doesn't cover. Ask your GM is my go-to answer in cases like this. So, for those of you guys that are, looking for entertainment options that your lifestyle can cover, maybe for like for the kibble lifestyle, you can afford to go out to go watch a brain dance. So maybe you want to go, watch your favorite action brain dance for $20 a month. Go out and go do that, or you go out to go watch a movie. You can also probably at higher lifestyles afford more, whether it be going out to a bar and partying, going out to go pick up your favorite worker of the evening. Trying to think what else is out there. We've got going out to sporting events, going out to concerts, or even affording to go out to fine dining restaurants that are world class. All right. Are there any plans or discussions about new roles or additions or edits to existing roles, or probably some new martial arts? New roles, no. New additions, some tweaks, some additions, as need dictates. Because we've already seen this in Black Chrome with fixers and netrunners, and getting a little bit more of an adjustment to how they handle business, and of course also text with like how they can upgrade things in Danger Guile Dossier. Do you have any advice for aspiring or beginning TTRPG writers and designers? Make stuff, join communities, meet people, share your work, follow Wheaton's law. Remember, conventions are for working, not for scoring. Forgive for the lack of knowledge. Can someone confirm what an AMA is? Ask me anything. Interesting question. Thank you for making yourself available on Discord so much. Thank you for putting up with my 7 a.m. morning typo report. Hello, I just wanted to ask if the Edgerunners, of course, the Edgerunners kit is not going to be available for pre-order. Will there be international shipping for the physical box? If it does, we'll announce, so pay attention. Yes, most likely if you order it directly from us. Hi Jay, I hope you're doing well. Give everyone a high five for me for all the cool stuff. Will there be a new map of Night City for the 2070s? A gorgeous 11 by 17 map of Night City circa 2076 will be included in the Edgerunners Mission Kit. Oh, so we are going to get, an updated map. All right, so I was wondering if they were just going to pull CD Projekt Red's map. But all right, fascinating. Wonder how detailed it's going to be. All right. Hi, thanks for stopping by. Would you be able to point me in a good direction to find some great music playlists to have going during the game, preferably themed around combat, downtime, and exploration, something like that? Jay recommends go with Vancouver. Home of Hammered. Oh, also, if you would happen to know other cities besides Night City, it would be great to have a campaign in. I was wondering if maybe Vancouver, Atlanta, or Sydney, as an example. All right, so Jay recommends going to Vancouver, home of Hammered Industries. They have a lock on the alcohol-like libations related to items on the West Coast. Learn more about them in Mixing Drinks, Changing Lives. DLC on our website. It isn't quite canon, but you can certainly make it so. As for sounds, I always recommend checking out Sirenscape. They have official Cyberpunk Red soundtracks, as well as a ton of other science fiction sets. Personally, I haven't had good experiences with Sirenscape, but to each their own. Alright, hi, thank you for posting your AMA today. I have a few questions. With a new setting with the Edgerunners Mission Kit, will there be some sort of new character generator path, general class specific? So, yeah, life path is tweaked to the current setting. Okay. With the introduction of quick hacking to the Netrunner class, will other classes get something unique to them as well? Like a focus on the upcoming mission kit will be on Netrunners only becomes a class feature. Oh, alright, I am struggling to read some of this, like, grammar check, please, but anyway. Every role has fairly cool and unique abilities. Netrunners get quick hacking because the setting demanded it. We don't feel the need to add new toys just because one role gets a new present. And to be honest, Netrunners really just didn't get a lot of love, so I think this is just, you know, like techs. Techs are the... Alright, time for me to go on a quick rant here from the Cyberpunk Red point of view. Cyberpunk Red, techs and nomads are the kings and queens. Techs, nomads, and fixers are the kings and queens of Cyberpunk Red. Especially techs. Techs, for all you tech mains, you are the spoiled children. Oh no, med techs don't even get that much love. Med techs do not get that much love. Techs are the spoiled child of Cyberpunk Red. They have so much going for them. Nothing against techs, though. I mean, techs are great. Trust me, techs are fantastic. Be nice to your tech. Or get good at tech. One of the two. But at the same time, though, techs got so much out of every source book except Tales of the Red Street Stories. Well, no. They even got some stuff out of Tales of the Red Street Stories. New things to build. Such as one Militech Growler. I won't tell you where the Militech Growler is, though. But, yeah, like, I think it's about time Netrunners finally got some love. And now that they got quick hacking. Unfortunately, quick hacking most likely will only remain over in the 2070s era. Never piss off your tech, and through your med techs, that's rule 2 of being Edgerunner. Med techs, off rapid detox, battle med tech. Oh yeah, you know what, Ockraven, that is a very fair argument. That is actually a very, very fair argument. It's just med techs are not able to produce combat drugs. But yeah, you know, actually thinking about it, yeah, if you get a med tech that's just really fucking good at combat and just has detox, you fucking load them up with all the combat drugs and then poof, wear off that primary effect and just have good resist drugs and torture and not even worry about the secondary effects. Woo! God damn. It's kind of nutty now that I'm thinking about it. Alright. So, and of course, third question. How would you transition to a group that primarily operates in Time of the Red 2070s? Is there a guide for that in the upcoming book? There is not, but that's up to you. Your table is unique. Only you, as a group, can decide how and even if you want to make the jump. Communication is key. Viewing rule-wise, yes, the mission kit will have rules for changes needed to play in the 2070s time period. So this will probably handle things because it looks like if they're talking that economy is something else that's brought in, that means fixers, fixer mains, you will also be getting an adjustment as well. Probably to make up for the fact that, you know, people are selling guns on every fucking street corner. Will we ever get books for the abroad? What's it like being the line manager? Do you love it or does it stress you out? Right now, we're finishing up Tales of the Red Forlorn Hope. We're working on Rusted Chrome. Past there, can't say anything yet. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if maybe we got an expansion on that. So, they are working on Rusted Chrome. Fascinating. Being a line manager requires organization. I make a lot of lists. I use a lot of spreadsheets. I do love it. It is incredibly stressful at times. Oh yeah, absolutely. Probably especially with, you know, con coming up and whatnot. I don't blame you, Jay. I don't. Alright. Let's see. What other important information can we scrub out of here? Okay, first off, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. I really appreciate the chance to speak with you. I am a GM who came over from D&D 5e in the wake of the OGL debacle. Dark days those are. Which, thanks to the OGL debacle, we got so many new players that wanted to come play the game. Which, by the way, if you came over here as a refugee from the from 5e, I want to welcome you here. You are so welcome in our community. One of the things I noticed is the lack of content production from the community for Cyberpunk. I know that there's no OGL equivalent for Cyberpunk, valid business decision. But I'm just jonesing. I'm just jonesing for content. Okay. Can community members create and publish content to platforms like DriveThruRPG? What are the restrictions we need to abide by? Yes, I know there's monthly DLCs. Those are awesome. I think y'all are saints for doing that, but very few of them are adventure focused. That's where my interest lies. Oh, someone wants to write adventures. Okay. All right. So Rob actually popped in on this one as well as Jay. So I will read Rob Barefoot in here. I'm going to pop in here for Jay as this is more my department. Hi there, I'm Rob. I handle the media side of things. Right now, we do not have an OGL, as you've noticed. Any homebrew must abide by our homebrew policy, which of course, the homebrew policy, long story short, don't use our towels like fonts. Don't use it don't use their stuff directly. Don't say don't say it's part of Cyberpunk Red. But for me, I refer to it as for use with Cyberpunk Red, or adapted to Cyberpunk Red. Now, I will say I've announced this on our official Discord. We are looking into a community content program for our lines. But the end result of this is still far off, and not all lines will be covered by this all at once. I want expectations to be kept reasonable. There is a lot of work to be done. So we're in the early phases of a community content program. So we don't really have much news outside that there is talks of this, which personally, as someone that enjoys doing homebrew, which I will get back to doing homebrew. Don't worry. There is more homebrew to come, folks. I'm just taking a little bit of a break from it to, sit down and GM, and then I'm also going to just be taking time to explore other RPGs as well. That's something important here. In the this thread keeps going. Alright. We're going to follow this thread for a little bit. Thank you very much for that informative answer. As a quick follow-up, I posted something as pay what you want on DTRPG. Assuming other criteria is met. Again, I appreciate taking time to respond. I know there's work going on, but I really like this game and this community. I wanted to see what I could do without applying burden to y'all's work. Thanks. Pay what you want is not permitted as per outline in DriveThruRPG, as somewhere homebrew cannot be posted. It is a retail site. So basically, yes, I know. I put my homebrew stuff on Patreon, which it's over on Patreon. We'll get back to Patreon here soon enough. It's posted on Patreon. You can give what you want, but pay what you want. Paywalls the homebrew. You cannot paywall the homebrew. You can go over to my Patreon where all my stuff is just up for grabs. You can support me if you want, but it's all up for grabs over on my Patreon. My apologies, glad I asked, thanks again. While it is freely accessible, we still ask for it to not be on a story-oriented platform like DriveThruRPG for the reasons I wrote above. Alright, do you guys have a link for the Discord? Okay. Alright, so follow up on this question from Jay's point of view in regards to talks of community content. We ask that people do not distribute homebrew content via DriveThruRPG or other sales-oriented platforms, even for free, mostly because of the way search algorithms work, because it becomes hard to distinguish official content from homebrew content, which makes it difficult to find our products. Distributing such things through other platforms such as WordPress or Google Drive is just fine. It says on our Talsorian's website, that's a no-go, boss. If you want... Oh, alright, that's just someone else chiming in. Alright, next question. I'm wondering if there's any reservations with adding more mechanical complexity to Netrunners. They are already easily the most complicated class, and now to add another layer of things to worry about. Honestly, I consider text to be more complicated. That being said, no, not at all. James Hutt did the primary designs, and he worked hard to integrate quick hacking with net architecture-based systems. This isn't like learning a new subsystem as much as expanding on it. Okay. So quick hacking is going to follow what we currently do in Red with net architectures, which is the elevator. Okay? Sweet. Alright. What are your thoughts on Miracle Sound songs based on Cyberpunk 2077? City of Night, City of Dreams, Neon Red. Which, honestly, all three of those slap pretty hard in my opinion. Alright, I'm always happy to see people inspired by the world. I can't speak to this specific music because I haven't listened to it. Which, by the way, for me, I specifically like City of Night, but all three of them slap really, really hard. Alright, hello. First, I want to thank you for your part and to all of RTG for creating an incredible universe with such deep world building. I'm excited for Edgerunners Mission Kit to be... I'm just gonna refer to it as Edgerunners at this point, so I can dig into the lore further. I hope you can answer my one or a few, if not all questions. Can't answer any? Well, I just want to at least give my appreciation for Cyberpunk. With Edgerunners release approaching, would the events of CDPR's Cyberpunk 2077 and Phantom Liberty be explored and expanded on either the kit or a separate 2077 source book? I feel like the implications of the events are significant to Night City, Noosa, and the narrative of Cyberpunk as a whole. I am curious to know if RTG plans on elaborating on the narrative plots, which I'm sure have been left ambiguous in Cyberpunk 2077. Alright, so this person right here is asking about how V's story is going to be impacted in here. Lore revealed in Phantom Liberty is included in the Edgerunners Mission Kit. That being said, this product isn't exploring those events. Alright, number 2. Aside from fictional media, what are some IRL sources of inspiration for events, roles, or characters in Red? Looking back at 2020, it seems that history and lore have established a reflection of the IRL global events throughout the years. Can you give any specific examples of IRL events that inspired Red? So, according to Jay, the late 1800s to early 1900s, you got megacorps with no government restrictions. So, like the time of Rockefeller and other large companies that would, start creating these mining towns and all these other, terrible working conditions, these massive factories. You have rapid technological changes outpacing society's ability to adapt. You have rampant poverty and oppression. Honestly, it's more cyberpunk than it is now. That is actually really fascinating to think about, that, the fucking, late 1800s to early 1900s, like, way back then. Woo! That is crazy, actually. That, you think about it, like, for us, that would be like just a little over 100 years ago. Sometime, or even just a little more than. That is where some inspirations were found for Cyberpunk Red. I actually think that's kind of neat. Oh, number 3. Here's a fun one. What non-cyberpunk characters would you be interested in seeing in a cyberpunk adventure? I could totally see Detective Miller from The Expanse series taking gigs in Night City as a lawman or a solo. If you were to do so, doors and corners, kid. Why I want to do an Old West setting. Dusted neon. Yeah, that to be honest, Ock Raven, that really feels like, you know, the Reclaimed Perimeter and like the towns out there really feel like the Wild West. I mean, I wrote a whole DLC putting the characters of Valhalla into Cyberpunk Red. The sound of happiness I made when I saw Valhalla, the Valhalla DLC. I love it so much. Oh. Alright. Wow. Goodness. Jay, how do you keep up with this? We're still going, chat. It's going. Like, there's just a whole hour's worth of just questions in here. Alright. So if I find any more repeat questions, I will just dash those because, you know, we've already covered it unless Jay has anything further to say here. I find the overall Cyberpunk Red system very reminiscent of the Avalon Hill Dune board game in the way it sets out rules everyone follows, and the specific role takes one grants. So, this is asking if Dune inspired Cyberpunk Red, like the Dune board game. And Jay says he hasn't played himself, can't speak for the rest of the crew. Are we going to see the Militech MK31 heavy machine gun? Not in the mission kit, but you'll see a lot of fun new guns though. So we will not be seeing the MK31 yet. I would not be surprised though if that shows up in like later when we get the full source book. I mean, hell, who's to say it doesn't show up during, you know, the 2040s? Hi, Jay Gray. Would you consider exciting coming? All right, hold on. Let me process this one here. Hi, Jay Gray. Anything you'd consider exciting coming up in the mission kit for Fixers? Yes, there are tweaks to how Fixers interact with the economy in the 2070s. So like I said earlier, Fixers, you're getting a tweak. You're getting another tweak, Fixers. In regards to the Sigma frame, I already know that a good cybertech can determine someone has one. Is it possible to then biosculpt to reduce the mass it forces upon you? For example, instead of looking like a pro UFC fighter, could someone biosculpt to look more like an athletic runner or runway model despite having a Sigma frame, or does the frame make it impossible due to the nature of its parts? That's a tech upgrade to the frame. Tee up reduced physical signature, which that is something that's mentioned in Danger Gal dossier. The blurbs for NPC profiles might be considered from a non-canon book. Can we or is this one thing we might consider? Tech upgrade approval, which the linear frame reduced physical signature. I think that's on. I'm trying to think which member of the Valhalla cast. One sec. I'm gonna go look because I think I'm thinking of the wrong person for this one. Maybe it's Dana. Yep, Dana has it. Tech up reduced visual footprint, linear frame beta. Alright. Hi, just wondering, as a writer, designer, layout artist, what's the process of developing ideas and making it in the sourcebook's page? And the considerations you make as a layout artist to have everything on a page book, artwork, be it prop, environment, character. I'm asking because I am a concept art student who enjoys the world of RTGs, Cyberpunk, and want to be a professional once I graduate. Nice! Alright, I think this is something that's kind of like... I think Jay did a lot of layout for some of the previous work. Ideas just start as that, and then you eventually move on to the outline stage, and then the concept stage, then the rough drafts, then the final drafts. At every stage along, you add and subtract to help have a clear vision of what you're aiming for, though. As a layout artist, I pay attention to word count and art line. I know roughly how many words will fit onto a page. I know if a book needs to have a 20% art line, it means we look at all... which means if we took all the art and shoved it together, they would make up 20% of the page count. Once I know that, I can do a mock layout, dummy text, and images to make sure it works. It always helps to look at the past for examples too, so you know how it was done before. So for example, probably like they took like what they did for Danger Gal Dossier, and of course served it up in Mixing Drinks, Changing Lives, because that follows Danger Gal Dossier's format. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that in the future. Will we see more official weapon attachments? Yes, in fact, there are 3 in Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit. Ooh. 3 new attachments. I wonder if it's going to be like new sights, or I wonder if we might be getting suppressors. How different is Final Quick Hacking from the playtest version? The actual playtest version, or the telephone version that was reported from the actual playtest version, it's a tighter, more balanced variant compared to what was in the playtest. Ooh, custom grip might be interesting, Ock. Hi. The rules seem to be streamlined, at least on some visual we got. I'm afraid that because some roles need a bit of depth, like the solo ability, that give them a lot of versatility compared to the one in Cyberpunk 2020. My question: do the role change? All right, I'm trying here, chat. I'm trying my best. My question: do the role change a lot? Aren't we gonna lose depth? Oh, okay. Alright, so probably power tech and speed. Actually, that makes sense. I thought, maybe that was just going to be like an upgrade that you could do, but it makes sense, Jesus. If you mean the images from demos that I ran at the Gamma Trade Expo, keep in mind that character sheets in question are for a box set, which is a starter set. By tradition, starter sets often leave out a lot of complexity in order to make play easier and faster. We aren't nerfing role abilities for Cyberpunk Red. We are presenting simpler versions for people picking up this box set to try out. Will a final release date for the Edgerunner pack be shared in this AMA? If you mean Edgerunners, like we said, mid to late June, I don't know what to tell you. Will there be a restock on the data screen? Yes, we are looking for it to hit our warehouse. All right, late June, early July. If you want that Cyberpunk Red data screen, keep your eyes peeled, because that's when they're shooting for it. All right, will the core rulebook be available in Europe? We have to pay 45 euros. Shipping costs from Canada here in the Netherlands. If you mean the Cyberpunk Red core rulebook, it already is, I believe. If you mean Cyberpunk Edgerunners Mission Kit, that's not up to me. That is up to European distributors and stores. They decide if they want to order. Do you, or have you ever read Cyberpunk fanfiction? I mean, technically, nearly any campaign would be considered fanfiction. I mean, actual written stuff. No, I do not. For legal reasons. Very fair, Jay. Honestly, also. I think the reason for that is just so that way, like, so they probably don't scoop up an idea and then somebody's like, wait, hey, that's my idea. I am curious, are there any plans to introduce alternative combat rules that bring a bit more lethality to the table? Not that critical injuries aren't nasty on their own, but I have some players that take issue with the fact that it is rare or luck-based that you are able to reliably that you will be able to reliably kill a mook quickly or get their characters killed quickly, unless 5d6 or damage higher weapons are in play. It's been, of course, some disappointment with my players that want to skulk around in black trench coat style with pistols, knives, and the like. We also played Cyberpunk 2020, and that can swing a bit too far into everything goes splat too quickly, or has far too much SP to even pay attention to damage. In a direction of the happy medium would be nice. We obviously have tried to play at a table with tweaks to sort of feel. I'm just wondering if there's a more official way that might get introduced in the future. I think actually Rob Mulligan introduced some rules like that in his DLC. Thank you, and thanks for the team for your hard work on the system. My table has been loving it despite our minor qualms with the lethality. So, you know, honestly, a little bit more lethality probably wouldn't hurt, especially when everybody's running around Reflex 8 or Reflex coprocessors, dodging everything. Not bad. Not bad. We are keeping this in mind for the future, though I suggest a few things. One, you do need to adjust the enemies to your group's playing style. If they're going for low power on their weapons, reward them by reducing armor and HP on the bads. Always match the group, don't force them to match the game. 2, consider narrative kills. There's no rule saying all fighting has to be done using the combat system. If they're sneaking about and slicing throats and doing quick draws and shooting for the head, so long as it isn't a crucial moment where it would feel cheap, let them one shot and move on. Oh. Combat can be a single check, just like anything else. You're allowed to decide what rule is used when. You're the GM, you have the power. Alright. Is the Hades multi-purpose assault shotgun one-handed or two-handed? There have been many debates regarding this topic, both in the weapon block list and the Red Companion app. It says one-handed, but in the description of the gun itself it does not. This would be greatly appreciated if you clear this up. Two-handed. Always go with the weapons text over anything else. So, I wonder if that might be an update to Black Chrome to get that up to where it should be. Alright. Hello, Jay. I'm excited for the kit, and as it was the anime that started me on the universe, but my question is taking us back to Cyberpunk 2013. Is there any chance we might be seeing more stuff like the Rocker Boy magazine released for 2013 in Red? No plans for it at the moment. We can only focus on so many eras at a time, I'm afraid. I don't know. I feel like, well, like the zines were very much to like 2013 and 2020, much like the DLCs are to Red. All right, let's see. Question about the hyperlink. Core book not hyperlinked. I wonder about that. What might be the issue? A while back, Pondsmith brought up in a PMP, doing a PMP edition set in 2077, the Edgerunner source book, an evolution of that idea, or is it separate from the 2077 source book? We've already talked about this. Should we stop bugging you about the official Cyberpunk timeline? Depends on what you mean by bugging the timeline. With the timeline, canon is canon. But yeah, it looks like a lot of this stuff here. Alright. Oh, here we go. Hey, 2020 player here. Want to get my mileage out of it before I move to Red proper. I have two questions. I understand that the 2026 setting is completely done, signed, and sealed. However, with a scenario like Black Dog and Red, it does have me curious about future content that retroactively provides context to the 2020 setting. Is there any content planned for Red 2070X that would go back so far? Or would you primarily focus on fleshing out current things rather than the aftermath of the Fourth Corporate War, 2023 to 2045? Welcome, 2020 is a great game. More lore will come, of course, but I can't promise anything exactly where, when, or how. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe for like a major anniversary, we might see... I don't know, just putting the tinfoil hat on here. I would be interested to see if maybe 2020 gets an upgrade to the Red engine. Honestly, I don't think it'd be a bad idea for an anniversary. If, like, you know, the 2013, 2020 era of Night City comes up to, you know, comes and joins the rest of the stage. Don't tease you like how. I'm just saying it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe have, you know, a wouldn't that be a thought? So for, you know, all you 2020 players, you know, wouldn't that be something though? You take 2020, but you take like all of its 90s glory, but then give it a splash of what we got in 2020. Ooh. Oh, wouldn't that be a thought? Oh, that would be kind of neat. Yeah. Well, if it happens, it happens. Yeah, let's not speculate too hard on it. Like, you know, yeah, because, like, we already get stuff from the 2020s. We get, you know, we've had the 12 days of Gear Miss, 12 days of Cyber Miss, and 12 days of Gun Miss. But, yeah. Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, alright. Okay, that second question. Sorry, chat. Getting derailed there. I've done a bit of light reading on alternate non-canon timelines like Knight's Edge and Cyber Generation. Although I like to dwell on the main setting. I think they're really cool. To my understanding, I know that Knight's Edge was written by a third party, and Cyber Generation was written after most of 2020 was published and codified. But I feel they provide a niche and a fun take on the primary setting that provide a launching point for new people in the setting. Are you guys open to ideas like that? Could we potentially see a Knight's Edge, Cyber Generation, or other chronology in 2070X? We probably won't look into alternative universes for a while, though you never know. I mean, technically, we kind of get it with mixing drinks, saving or changing lives, where, you know, Glitch City is introduced as a neighborhood in Night City, and like they're like they're non-canon characters, but they can be canon to your setting. All right. Will we ever get splash books for other settings, like LEO for like low Earth orbit for high riders, or the Eurozone for the time of the Red? I can't talk about books beyond what we've announced. I saw you mention the book Rusted Chrome above. Are you able to elaborate on it more? Is it a supplement or possibly an adventure? Chrome books are traditionally... Oh, yep, there it is. Chrome books are traditionally gear books. So, the fact that Jay is talking about Rusted Chrome does mean that there is a very strong chance that this is going to be another gear book for the future. Who knows when? I think it's kind of neat that we're kind of getting hints of about this book existing, but we don't have details on Rusted Chrome. All right. Also, chat, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything, please do tell me. Let me know. I love to hear your questions. All right. Is there any word if more books besides the core book will be translated for Brazil? That is a question for Devere Brazil. They choose what and when they translate and publish. What are your favorite lore and story bits? All of them. Regarding the Edgerunners Mission Kit, will we get a detailed map of 27? Yeah, we've already gotten that. Alright, well, we're at the bottom. We're coming down to the bottom. I want to know about places other than Night City, specifically about Noosa and how it came back. Will there be other source books coming out for the world at large? Jay cannot talk about products. People, read the rules. Alright. Here we go. Hi Jay, longtime TTRPG player of sci-fi, cyberpunk, horror, 2020, Red, Traveler, Call of Cthulhu's, Zweihander, D&D 3.5, 5e, Pathfinder, 1st and 2nd edition. I'd like to thank you and John as well for the Night City Council. That's James Hutt. I thought that was Night City Council. Maybe Jay was as well? Who knows? First question of 2. I have found my preference for skill-based as opposed to level or class-based games. I just find it more intuitive and to be based on individual skills without constant health increases and such. Of course, Cyberpunk has always been more skill-based with some class-based elements in its rules. What drew you to working on a skill-based system? So, number 1, I got hired. More seriously, I like systems of many types. The one I have to be working on at this time is skill-based. Okay. As the Cyberpunk 2020 Red GM, I love the world and its lore both on street level and corporate level. One thing I find for street level gameplay that is needed is street drugs. You have a few across the core book as well as in Hornet's Pharmacy. But I always appreciate Cyberpunk 2020 and Interface's Unlimited's drug lab. Would you consider creating a DLC system by which drugs could be created? At this time, no thoughts about it. You can build any drug using the text roll ability. Invention, though. Well, invention is the roll ability. I'm not quoting Jay per word there. So, yes. So, you have, like, over in Neon Inferno, you have Blue, who is a drug tech. You have Dirty Shirley from Danger Gal Dossier, who is a drug tech. Alright, could you tell Pondsmith Jr. I'm sorry for stealing his boat? I'm not sure who you mean. I don't work with Mike Pondsmith Jr. Yeah, there is no Pondsmith Jr. Will there be more role-specific items returning? We got a taste recently in Gearman's DLC in December, such as the Cybercam EX1 for mediums and the Master Mechanics toolkits for techs. Me and my group have been looking forward to more visual content on the subject. Items come as it makes sense. Right now, no specific plans, but you never know. So, what we get from this so far in here. Let's just recap what we got here. David Sandevistan is showing up in the Edgerunners Mission Kit. It is expensive, and it's probably going to be lethal. Oh boy. Have fun running around until you fall flat on the floor from dying. Or watches that one because of it being such an experimental piece of tech that the humanity loss is stupid high, like linear frame omega or something. I don't know. Or it requires so much other cyberware before you get to have it. Something else we learned about coming up is 2077 does have a source book somewhere off in the distance. It's not coming up because right now there's other projects in the way. Or not in the way, on the way. Because remember, we do have Shadow Scar also coming as well. Which, by the way, check out Emeron's Shadow Scar playthrough if you want to check out what Shadow Scar Easy Mode's all about. But also keep your eyes out and peeled for Shadow Scar Easy Mode. When on Free RPG Day. Edgerunners Mission Kit. Netrunners get a buff with quick hacking. Fixers get a readjustment for the economy. But it sounds like most everything else will be 1-to-1 from Red to Edgerunners Mission Kit. So, go get Cyberpunk Red Easy Mode if you want to get ready for this, okay? Alright. Sounds good. Alright, what else do we have in mind? Let's go with, what else do we need? Alright, what other important things? Rusted Chrome. Apparently, since Jay is talking about a product called Rusted Chrome does exist, but it's probably in its very, very early phases. It's probably at the drawing board right now, so I wouldn't even consider Rusted Chrome, like, very much outside there. What other stuff do we have going on? Oh, Edgerunners Mission Kit will not be touching on the events of V. This is solely after the events of the anime. So, with that in mind, go forth and enjoy once it comes out. Also, what we know is that the Edgerunners Mission Kit will be coming out come late June. Mid to late June. Somewhere around there. And also, the data screen is getting brought back as well. And also, apparently, there's also something about humanity and lifestyle having some intersections. So maybe you can improve your humanity by improving your lifestyle. I don't know, but we got that in mind. Other than that, I think we're good for now. I think I've touched on as much as I possibly can in 3 hours. Oh. So, what we got going on later today? So tonight, I have a paid session with Start Playing Games. So for my players who are there for Hustling for Scraps, I hope you guys are ready. For anyone that might be wondering what they're up to, Night at the Opera. No spoilers, please. And then tonight we have The Incident from Danger Dossier happening with Team Law and Disorder at stream tonight. And then following that, we have Wireheads. Okay? Alright? I think we're good here. Until then, chat, I don't know. Does anybody else have any other questions? Anything? And also, Kira, thank you so much for, and Snow Taco, thank you so much for your subscriptions. And Jojo, welcome to the channel. Also, Kira, welcome to the channel. And Culture's on a 25 stream streak. And also to everyone over there on YouTube, I know you haven't been as chatty, but thank you so much for hanging out. And of course, this VOD, I am considering keeping this VOD up for YouTube. I don't know. That's the thing. Of course. And as always, just to clarify, I do not have any authority to speak on our Talasaurians' behalf. You cannot hold me liable for anything. Anything I say is not on behalf of Artal. And if Artal, if I've said anything, please feel free to reach out. I am more than happy to talk about it, and we will move forward as needed. But I think for the most part, everything's in line with what people know, what's been released. But of course, as always, I don't want to start any rumors that light a dumpster fire that just doesn't need to happen, okay? Alright, so with that in mind, folks, I want to thank you all so much for coming out, hanging out, and until then, folks, I hope you have a wonderful day, and for me, I'll see you guys later tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time, so... 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 5 p.m. or 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Actually, maybe we should go find someone to raid. I think that's what we're gonna. I think that's what we should do. But YouTube for now. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.